Welcome. My name is Toib Yusuf, and just recently, yesterday, I made a tweet and I talked about how Facebook groups can be a source of inspiration when you are trying to research on your ad. And I got a lot of questions about how that can work. So I decided to record this short 5 minutes long to show you exactly what you need to do or what you are looking out for when you are using Facebook groups. Actually, before I recorded this video, I used a Facebook group to do a research for a particular ad I'm doing that is doing very well now that I wanted to use as sample, but unfortunately I could not find the group exactly again, and I could not find the content that got me that result or that got me that response that I used to write the video script for the ad. I'm going to show the video script exactly though at the end of this video so that you can see through it and then see what I saw there and then how I used it. But then I'm going to give a live example of whatever it is you are trying to get. So I'm going to use a case study business. I'm going to use the same business, so a cake business. So the business is a renowned, a successful business that created an information product that wants to teach upcoming bakers how to turn their hobby into paying business. All right. So how do you use Facebook groups? So you come to Facebook basically, and then you search, let's say, baking businesses in Nigeria. So you search baking businesses in Nigeria. Now, once you search baking businesses in Nigeria, what you are looking out for are public groups. If you don't want to join a lot of public groups where they discuss baking business every now and then. All right, so you want to change your search filter to group. You want to change your search filter to group. Now, once you change your search filter to group, you are going to get a lot of groups that are talking about baking business. Now, you see a lot of private groups and then, like I said, public groups, because that is where you can easily check out what they are saying without joining the group. So, professional bakers in Nigeria, I'm going to just click through and see what they are saying in this group. Now, what you are looking out for in these groups are pain points. When people express a pain, now it's not just the pain point, you're also looking out for posts that has a lot of engagement. Now this post that has a lot of engagement obviously resonated with these people in this market set. All right, so the videos you are looking out for, or the content you are looking out for, one are content that solves a pain in the market and content that has a lot of engagement. You want to use it to mirror your own content that you are going to use for the ad. Now let's take for instance, what are they saying in this group? That business group, what do you think a newbie can do if he or she wants to come up with a business name? All right, this doesn't really solve the problem of the product of trying to sell a cake business that will thrive to newbie, so I will skip it. Bakers in the house, identify with your baking name. Now, look at their names. This is something that would make a lot of sense because when you look at their name now, most of them are talking about cakes, bakes, pastries, catering, confectionery, food and event, confectionery, cake, and the likes, glam, catering. Now, what this tells you is the language they communicate in. So, when you are writing your ad copy, when you are creating your ad video, you are going to be using these exact keywords because it resonates exactly with them in even their baking business name. Do you understand? That's an idea. So you come to, if I was doing research, I would just come to Google Doc. I open Google Doc on another tab on my laptop, for example, and then I would I would write these things down because it's going to be like neat that I'm going to put all together to create my content for my ad. So I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going to keep scrolling. I'm going to keep scrolling. See if I see something interesting again that solves a pain point, has a lot of engagement. Now, nothing serious here. I'm going to back because you don't want to waste a lot of time. Now I'm going to look for more cake um businesses as a public group that I don't have to join to see their content. All right, so I'm going to click this. Now I'm going to keep checking for the same thing that I was checking for in the previous group. This video is going to end in the next 10 seconds and I'm going to, put it back up. You won't even know it. All right. Now, this is somebody that is looking for the admin to help them check how to get the recipe for meat pie. Now, that means some people does not know they do not understand the recipe for meat pie, and that is also a content style that will come to your head that okay, some bakers do not understand the recipe for meat pie. Now, that is one thing. That is one thing. Now, this is probably not relevant to the product, but these are just ideas that keeps popping up, keeps filling your ad content. You would easily write your ad script, you write your ad videos, you write your ad copy. It's a cake, just like we are trying to get over here, right? So you keep checking, you keep checking for insights. Please, where can I get the raw corn for popcorn? You keep checking for insights, you keep checking for insights. All right, how to price a cake. Good. These are the kinds of, content that you want to look for. These are the kind of content that you want to look for. How to price a cake. Pricing is one of the um topic of every manufacturing blah 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 blah. That means some bakers do not understand how to price a cake. The content that I actually use for the ad, if I had seen this, I would have used it as part of the ad script. I actually used it, but in a slightly different way. Or like I said, at the end of this video, I will show you the ad script that I wrote from from my research. My research would have gotten here. I would have even made it a hook in one of my ad, because I would say, you are struggling to price your cakes. It's just a hook, because some persons are struggling to do that in their cake business. Now see the engagement. 100 people liked it, 27 people commented, very impressive. If you check through the comments, which is what you want to check, thanks for the information, thanks, they are interesting, thanks for sharing this. See questions, please, what can I use to preserve my commercial cakes from getting spoiled? Some persons do not know how to prevent their commercial cupcakes from getting spoiled. That is the deal. These are the informations that makes a lot of sense, because so many people are having issues with it. These are pain points. I hope you understand what I'm trying to pass across. So that's exactly what you want to do over here. Pick up this information and then get to work. And then you are going to see that you are able to write your ad script very easily. Now, this is my video script for the ad. This particular video script, baking good cakes is one thing, selling this cake is another thing. It came from a Facebook group. The Facebook group, one of the members said, baking good cakes is one thing, selling these cakes knowing recipes is one thing. That's what the person said. He said knowing different recipes is one thing, selling these recipes is another thing. I just tweaked it. Baking good cakes is one thing, selling these cakes is another thing. The ad is currently going bonkers. That's exactly what you are looking for. I just saw that as a look. I saw it had a lot of engagement, and I felt that okay, this is going to be, I don't like to say F word here, this is going to be good for my ad. And that's exactly what you want to do when you are researching on Facebook groups. Those little pain points, those comments, those questions, the ones with a lot of engagement. I've mentioned three things. All right. Stop learning more recipes and start selling how to sell. Bakers are one of the best people on earth. This is exactly similar to how the person wrote it. This is where I started writing it on my own from here. But one thing I have observed as an experienced baker and having sold cake what I gave of course, the baker, the owner of the business, to the number of cakes if they have sold 100 cake, they should put it there, and then all of that. All right. Now I talked about pricing in the middle. Actually, that means I saw it in the research. I talked about pricing. They cannot price their cake properly. If you checked our research again, we saw somebody talking about pricing. It's just not rocket science. It's just ABC. This is how people communicate. This is how you are going to get them to. And you can apply it in all industries. All you have to do is come to Facebook and search the keyword. I just did an home furnishing a research recently, and this is where I came home furnishing, and I got a lot of exposure, a lot of information that I needed to run the ad, and I just finished. The ad is in my Google Doc file. All right, so that is how you do research for all industries, keywords, and then you look for pain points. You look for what people are struggling with. Look for posts with high engagement, and you are going to crush it in the industry. So I hope this helps, and that would be the end of this video. If you find it helpful, follow me for more videos, for more tips.